Hey everyone! It's a beautiful day to learn. In this channel, you will be learning about machine shorthand. So, if you're interested, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell button for notifications. Hey learners! Thanks for being with me again. So in this video, we will be learning about lessons 36 to 40. So what are the contents of lessons 36 to 40? We have here initial G, diphthong OO, initial Z, final DZ, dollar or dollars, cent or cents. So let's start. So for lesson 36, we have here initial G and then diphthong OO. Using your left hand, letter G is the combination of TKPW. So again, TKPW is the initial combination for the sound of hard G. Example, we have get, goal, guess. Okay, so we write initial G with the ring and middle fingers in home position. And for the diphthong oo, we write AO or vowels AO for oo in all words spelled double O or OO, regardless of the pronunciation. So for example, we have the word tool. So we write initial T, vowels AO, and final L, or diphthong oo, final L. Then also have the word took, initial T, diphthong U or vowels AO and then final K. Okay, so let's have an example of words here. Okay, this one we have here words applying lesson 36. We have the words get, got, gas, gone, guess, to, noon, room, poor. So on the right side, we can see the outline of these strokes. Okay, so how are these words written? Let's take a look at the next slide. We can see on the left side how these words are written. Okay, so remember that G or the hard G is spelled or written as TKPW using your left ring and middle finger. So that is how you write, for example, the first word get. So we have initials TKPW, vowel E, and final T. Okay. So for example, we have the word noon. How is it being written? So we have initials TPH, that's for initial N. And then we have vowels AO for diphthong U, or words with spelling OO. And then we have final N, which is PB. Okay, so if you want to take closer look and study how these words are to be written, you can hit the pause button for that. Then next we have here briefs or arbitraries and phrases for lesson 36. So go is represented by initial G only. Began is to be written as gan. Begin as in gin. Begun, initial G, vowel U, final N. Again, initial G, vowel E, final N. Against, initial G, vowel E, final NS. And then we have phrases. I have, vowel I, final F. You have, vowel U, final F. We have, um, initial W, long E, final F. They have initials TH, vowel E, final F. And lastly, we have to have initial T, vowel O, final F. Okay? So again, you may hit the pause button for you to memorize and be familiar with these arbitraries or briefs and phrases. And this is how these briefs or arbitraries and phrases are to be written. So we can see on the left side. So that is how these arbitraries and phrases appear when we type it using the steno writer or the machine. Okay, so again, if you want to take a closer look, if you want to be familiar and memorize these strokes, memorize how these arbitraries and phrases are to be written, you can hit the pause button for that. And we have here sentence. So we have four sentence here as an example. I have to order again. Will you begin the course now? He began the business in 1960. I began as a reporter in 1962. Now let's try to see how these words, or rather sentences, are to be written using what we have learned in this lesson. So here's for the first two sentences. I have to order again. So we have vowel I and final F. Then two, initial T, vowel O, order. Order is a brief or arbitrary. Same with, again, initial G, vowel E, final N, and then FPLTS, period. Okay? Next, will you begin the course now? So you can see there, initial L, vowel U, then begin. That's another arbitrary in this lesson. TK, initials TKPW, final N, and then the course now. And then we have STPH4 question mark. Okay, so again, if you want to take a closer look, you can hit the pause button. Okay, let's proceed to the next two sentences. We have here, he began the business in 1960 and I began as a reporter in 1962. So both of these sentences have years. So how are the sentence or the years being written? So let's start with the first sentence. So on the left side, we can see how the first sentence is to be written. So we have he, vowel E, again, initial G, vowel A, final N, the, final T, and then business, it's an arbitrary, initial B, vowel I, final S, in, initial T, PH, and then we have 19, it is written simultaneously, correct? And then 60, 6 first and then 0. Why is that? Because, again, remember the ruling for writing numbers, ascending and descending. So, if ascending, you can write them simultaneously. If descending, you write them separately. Okay? Then we have our second sentence. We have, I began as a reporter in 1962. So again, applying the arbitraries for began and reporter. And also number 90, the year or the number 1962. So you write 19 simultaneously and 62 separately. So 6 first and then 2. So that's it for lesson 36. By the way, if you have questions, you may type in the comment box below. Okay? So let's proceed to lesson 37. Now for lesson 37, we have initial Z, final Z, and final DZ. So using your left hand, use initial S for initial Z. Okay? Initial S for initial Z. So how are you going to, or what finger are you going to use? You're going to use your left little finger for initial S that represents initial Z. And then using your right hand, write final Z with the little finger, return to home position promptly. So notice that you have to extend well your right little finger because in the home position, your right little finger will be on the final S. And beside that, on the right side, you have the final Z. So you extend a little bit your little finger, and then that's final Z. Then you return to home position promptly. How about your final DZ? So final DZ or DS with a little, you write final DZ or DS with a little finger on the crack, return to home position promptly. So final DZ is used for the plurals of words ending in D. So if, for example, the words end with D, and then you need to type the plural of that certain word, then you just automatically use the final Z for the plural that represents S. So you just have to put your finger, your right little finger on the crack that's between final D and C. So with this lesson, the presentation of the keyboard letters and combinations has been complete. Yay! So we have already presented the keyboard letters and the combinations. Okay, so we have here the words applying what we have learned in a previous slide. So we have the words zoo, zip, zone, zoom, odds, woods, quiz, and days. Okay, so we can see that initial S is being used for initial Z, and for words ending in final D, for words with final D, and then the plural of it, we use the final DZ. For example, we have the word woods. So wood is singular, and then woods is plural. So in order to make it in plural form, we just add final Z to make it woods. And then we have applying final Z, quiz, and days. So let's take a look at how these words are written. We can see on the left side. So that is how these words are to be written. Okay, so again, if you want to take a closer look, a longer look at how these words are written, you may hit the pause button for that. Okay, now let's proceed to arbitraries and phrases, or briefs and phrases. So we have dozen, miss, the MS period, and then merchandise, advice noun, that's you are using final S for that. We also have advice verb, you are using final Z for that. Then we have phrases to go, will go, can go, would go, and could go. Okay, on the next slide, we can see how these arbitraries and phrases are to be written, or how they appear in the screen when we type using the machine or the steno writer. Okay, so there you have it. You can see on the left side how these arbitraries and phrases are written. So dozen, miss, merchandise, advice, noun, advice, verb, to go, will go, can go, would go, and could go. So again, you can hit the pause button for you to study well and take a closer look at how these arbitraries and phrases are written. Okay, so let's proceed to the next slide. Okay, we have here a sample sentence. So Jack will purchase 5 dozen sets. So the first sentence we can see on the left side how this is written. Okay, then in the next sentence we have I would advise to sue. So we have there uh, how the sentence is written. So again, you can hit the pause button for that to take a closer look at how these sentences are written. Okay? So this is how these sentences appear in the steno writer or machine when we type them using the machine. How about this one? So how are you going to write this using the machine? So what should its appearance when we type it using the machine? What is the stroke for this sentence? So you can take your pen and notebook, clean sheet of paper, and try to figure out how this sentence is to be written. Okay, so in 3, 2, 1, 0, let's see. Let's take a look at the answer. So there you have it. I am about to go on a tour. So I am is a phrase. About is a brief or arbitrary. To go is a phrase. And then on a tour, then period. I know that you get the correct answer. Congratulations. And we're up to the next lesson, which is lesson 38, writing amounts of money, specifically dollar or dollars. So write final D for dollar or dollars in conjunction with a number. Write the final D in the same stroke with the number if the number is written with the left hand. If the number is written with the right hand, you write final D in a separate stroke. So for example, we have here $4. So we write number 4 using your left hand. That would mean we can um, we can write the dollar sign or the final D on simultaneously with number 4 because we use number 4 we use our right hand in typing or writing number 4. So that's 4 and then final D. Final D using your right little finger. So how about $7? How are we going to write? Since we are using our right um, finger or right middle finger to type or to write number 7, then we type final D or dollar separately or on a separate stroke. So we have 7 and then final D. Okay? So same with $47. We write first 47, 47, and then final D. And then for $74, we write first 7 and then 4 and dollars. We can write them simultaneously. So how are we going to write these sentences? Please take your, again, pen. Please get, again, your pen and your clean sheet of paper or notebook. So you try to think how these sentences are to be written. Okay, I'm giving you 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, 0. So let's figure out the answer on the next slide. And this is the answer. So how is it? Did you get the correct answer? You type yes if you got the correct answer. For sure, a lot of you got the correct answer, or all of you, rather. Okay, so let's have another sentences here. Okay, we have here, you owe us $48. And the second sentence is, the fee is $50. Okay, so I'm giving you again 3 seconds to write your answer. 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's take a look at the correct answer or how these sentences are written. There you have it. First sentence, you owe us $48. So how did you write $48? Was it separately or simultaneously? Okay, so for $48, you write simultaneously the numbers 4 and 8, and then for dollars, you write it in a separate stroke. How about $50? Yes, correct. You will going to write it simultaneously with dollars. Why? Because you will be using both your left fingers or your left yes fingers for in writing number 50. So that would mean you can write it simultaneously with final D. So the fee is $50. For $50, you write it simultaneously. Okay, great job. And we're up to the next lesson, lesson 39. It's another writing amounts of money, but for cent or cents. So previously, we learned about writing amounts of money for dollar or dollars. Now we will be learning about writing amounts of money using cent or cents. So write S or final S for cent or cents in conjunction with a number. Write the final S in the same stroke with the number if the number is written with the left hand. If the number is written with the right hand, write final S in a separate stroke. So same principle or theory for dollar or dollars. If you um, write if you write the number using your left hand, then you are going to write final S simultaneously. But if you are using your right hand in writing the number, then you write cent rather in a separate stroke. So that's it. Is it clear? Let's try to take a look at the example here. We have 4 cents. So 4, what finger are we going to use? Left index finger, right? So you are using your left hand. With that, you can write um, it with cents simultaneously. So 4 and then final S. So in one stroke only. How about 7 cents? So what finger are you going to use when you write number 7? So right middle finger. With that, you're using your right hand. So you are going to type or write 7 cents separately or in a separate stroke. So you write first 7 and then final S. How about for 47 cents? So you write 47 first and then final S for cents. How about for 74 cents? So you write 7 and then 4 cents simultaneously. So 7 first and then 4 cents simultaneously. Okay, so is it clear? Questions? Okay, so let's proceed to the example sentence on the next slide. Okay, we have here a pen is 50 cents, a pad is 25 cents. So again, you get your pen and a piece of paper, clean sheet of paper or notebook. Then you try to figure out the stroke for this two sentences. Okay, again, I'm giving you 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, 0. Now let's take a look at the answer. And this is the correct answer. For a pen is 50 cents. So how did you write 50 cents? You write them in one stroke only. So same with $50. How about for 25 cents? A pad is 25 cents. Again, still the same. You write them simultaneously. Why? Because you are using both your left fingers in writing 25 the number 25. So that would mean you can write it simultaneously with final S that represents cents. Okay, very good. Okay, another two sentences. Again, you get your pen and your clean sheet of paper. So you answer this. You give me the strokes. The tip is 78 cents. Edna has 46 cents. So how are you going to write these two sentences? In 3, 2, 1, 0, let's reveal the answer. There you have it. There you have it. The first sentence, the tip is 78 cents. So how did you write number 78 cents or the amount 78 cents? So first you write 78 simultaneously, both using your right hand, right fingers, then final S separately. So two strokes. How about Edna has 46 cents? Were you able to write this correctly? So you write first simultaneously 4, 6 using your left index finger and right index finger, then final S. 4, 6 and then cents. Okay, so that's it. Did you get the correct answer? For sure you got the correct answer. Congratulations! And that's it for lessons 36 to 40 because lesson 40 is a review of the lessons from lesson um, 21 to 40, if I'm not mistaken. So again, lessons 40 is already or is a review of the lessons that we had. So we won't anymore tackle about it. But if you want to have a review of the lessons, of all the lessons that we had, you can just check on my channel. Everything from lessons 1 to up until this lesson is found in my channel. Okay, so I'll be also putting the link above for the previous lessons or for the lessons that we had, okay, that I have already explained or discussed. Okay, so remember this. So this is the first question that I gave you last time, lessons 31 to 35. Okay, so again, I was able to give two questions. That would mean you are given a chance to win, or you are given two chances to win 30 pesos worth of load. Okay, so if you both answer two questions, then you have two chances of winning. But if you only answer one question, then you only have one chance of winning. So, this is the answer. You look familiar. Are you the rich man in town? So, that is how you read this first question or this stenograph notes. And let's try to take a look at those who got the correct answer, those learners that got the correct answer. So here they are. We have Lilian May Achivida, Eunice Escatron, Mayflor Cubos, Ella Marie Pujadas, Rebecca Daniel, Mary Grace Alolino, Charish Pabe, Riza May Obiel, Rosemary Ramada, Dara Rose Logroño, Joy C. Kadungog, Ayasa Joy Tahale, Ana Kabayag, Ojudel Rojas, Nicole Madura, Charmaine Agosto, Maribeth de la Cruz, and Deniza Putong. So for the first question, these learners got the correct answer and they all have a chance to win 30 pesos worth of load. So let's start the raffle in 3, 2, 1, 0. Wow, congratulations, Mayflor Kubus. If I'm not mistaken, this is the third time that you won 30 pesos worth of load. Wow, Mayflor, you are really a lucky person. You are really a lucky learner. So keep on watching, keep on learning, and enjoy every videos or discussion that I will be uploading. So thank you so much, Mayflor, for your support again. You know the drill already, so you just message or email machineshorthand2021@gmail.com to claim your prize. Congratulations again, Mayflor. And for the second question, this is the second question. Can you accompany us as usual? Question mark. So I ask for the strokes of this sentence. Okay, and the answer is this one below. Can you, KU, initials K, vowel U, accompany vowel A, final initial K, final P, us, vowel U, final S, and then RBGS for comma, and then AS for as, and then usual, this is it brief, vowels AOU or long U, and then finals RB for SH, and question mark, we have STPH. And these are the learners who got the correct answer. So again, we have Mayflor Cubos, Ella Marie Pujadas, Rebecca Daniel, Mary Grace Alolino, Charish Pabe, Riza May Ubil, Rosemary Ramada, Dara Rose Logroño, Joy C. Kadungog, Ayasa Joy Tahale, Ana Cabayag, Jodel Rojas, Nicole Madura, and Deniza Putong. So thank you so much, learners, for your support. Thank you for watching the video, the discussion, and thank you for your interest in machine shorthand. Okay, so in 3, 2, 1, let's start the raffle. Congratulations, Jodel Rojas. So, Jodel, you can claim your prize at machineshorthand2021 at gmail.com. So, you just email the email given below your name. So, congratulations, Jodel. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for supporting Machine Shorthand. See you in the next video. Okay? So thank you so much, learners. And again, congratulations to Mayfloor and Jodel Rojas. And for this video, this is my takeaway um, question. Okay? So how will you read this? So please transcribe the stenograph notes found on the right side. You just write on the chat box, or I mean in the comment box rather. You write on the comment box below your answer to get a chance to win um, load, 30 pesos worth of load. And that's it for this video. Learners, thank you so much for being with me. Thank you for supporting Machine Shorthand. Keep on learning, enjoy learning machine shorthand. See you and God bless. Keep safe always. Bye.